Okay, so a new game comes out. Everyone on Xbox, cool. Everyone on PlayStation, cool. Everyone on Switch, cool. Everyone on PC, will it run? Well, today we're going to go through what my settings are, what my PC is, and what FPS I get. And you should hopefully, most of you, be able to gauge on the Intel and Nvidia side what you might possibly get. So let's jump into the settings over here, and we'll go over to graphics. So I literally have everything turned up maximum to full. Refresh rate 144 Hz to match my monitor. 110 field of view, which will obviously, the more you can see, the more it has to render, so the lower FPS you will get. Frame rate unlimited. And here we go. High, ultra, high, high, high. Apparently that's low. Let's turn that to high. High. I know I did have that on high. Again, everything turned on here. That's on, but I don't have that, so it's okay. On, ultra, no motion blur. We hate motion blur. I hate motion blur anyway. That's disabled because I just like the look of it better when it's disabled. And high. And then there you go. So your shaders will install once you update your graphics drivers. So let's jump into some gameplay and then I'll walk you through what FPS I get. Alright, so jumping in game, I can see that it runs, and I'm pretty happy that it does run because of my PC. I've seen lows of high 90s, highs of about 140. This is with everything maxed out, by the way. So, in terms of my hardware and drivers and software, I run a Nvidia RTX 2070 Super. Now, this doesn't support RTX as is. We'll probably only support that on the full game, but we know RTX is coming. I have a Intel i7 9700K, just standard, with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Running off an SSD does help with load times, but at the moment you have to wait for pretty much everyone to load in anyway, so you just sat there looking at the map. Right, let's go through the minimum requirements for Cold War Beta on PC. So, minimum requirements state that you either need Windows 7 64-bit Service Pack 1 or Windows 10 64-bit 1803 or later. Now, my Windows is 1909, not like in 2004, I've been there a couple of times, not good for me. CPU is a Core i5 2500K or AMD equivalent, that's what's stated, so they must be, mustn't have tested it on many of the equivalent AMD side or Intel side. Nvidia GeForce GTX 670 2GB or GTX 1654 GB or an AMD Radeon HD 7950. 4GB of RAM as a minimum with 45GB hard drive space just for this beta, and DirectX 12 compatible machine. We move on to what the developers recommend. They recommend Windows 10, the latest service pack, which would be 2004, an i7 4770K, a Nvidia GeForce GTX 970, or a GTX 1660 Super, or AMD Radeon R9 390 or AMD RX 580. No mention of the RTX cards in there yet. That's because this doesn't run RTX, but when the game fully releases, you will have the chance to put RTX on. 60 gigabytes of RAM is recommended, with again 45 gigabytes of hard drive space, DirectX 12. So, I was running an older driver version in this gameplay you've seen here, and I'm roughly getting around 120 to 140 FPS in most of the games. Once I updated to the latest NVIDIA driver through GeForce Experience, I managed to gain an extra average of about 10 FPS, so it might be worth upgrading to that as well. But you definitely don't need the newest Windows version for this, as 1909 works perfectly fine with this. If you're having any issues running this game, do the standard stuff, turning down the settings. If that doesn't help, take a look at Task Manager and see what CPU and GPU usage is like. CPU usage for me looks pinned, like it does with Modern Warfare and Warzone, so it looks like it's running off the same type of thing going on there. If you do have any issues running this game, please leave a comment below and I'll try and troubleshoot what your issues are with you and walk you through steps on improving it. But the first thing you need to do is make sure you are not on Windows 2004, because that has ruined so many of my games. Also worth noting that I had RTX voice enabled in the background of this while the game was running, plus it's while it's recording as well, so you could possibly add another 10 to 15 FPS on there. If you're going to start turning all the settings down, you could be looking at 160 to 180 plus if you're going for the type of settings that esports gamers go for. You're definitely looking at upwards of my refresh rate anyway. I'm very happy with the FPS I'm getting at the moment, but I do think that it could possibly be slightly higher than what it currently is. I'm thinking maybe at release we might see another 5 to 10 to 15 FPS increase through PC optimizations in the future. Hope you guys did enjoy this look at the open beta, and I really hope it runs for you guys. It looks like it is running quite well for me. Hopefully it runs for some of you guys who are on the lower side of PC specs, and you guys can enjoy this game as well, because I must tell you it is very, very fun from my first couple of games and my first impressions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, slap a like on the video. Also sub to the channel for more, and make sure you let me know if you guys can run this, and if you're having any issues, also let me know and I'll walk you through what we can do to prevent them. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.